Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tech Talk with Sierra Miles, where we talk all things technology and keep you up to date on tech information that'll best serve you. Sierra Miles is the premier IT service provider and technology partner here in Northern Nevada, and we specialize in healthcare, law, and small businesses. I'm here with Sierra Miles partners and founders, Brandon App and Tim Miles, as well as Julie Crampton, Sierra Miles help desk manager and IT consultant. This month, we are celebrating 10 years of Sierra Miles, and we are here with the three who started it all. So thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you. We're so excited to talk about our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in. This is a very special celebration. 10 years is an amazing milestone. So let's talk about the process and how this all came to be. So, Brandon and Tim, was there any specific moment that you knew you wanted to start your own business? And did you ever feel completely ready to take that on?
I'll start on that one. Yeah, the idea of starting Sierra Miles came to a period of reflection in my career as I was a IT consultant at the time and for about 20 years, just private on my own. After Brandon and I met, he's like, let's form this business. Let's get more on the table, build these vendor relationships, and use vendors to help our clients grow in their IT as well. The decision was clear. I can't say I felt completely ready. Starting a business is a leap of faith, and there's always uncertainties. However, the drive to build something meaningful and the support from Brandon and our team made the journey possible.
Absolutely. I think too that, just kind of seeing the needs in the community and seeing that they weren't necessarily fulfilled and looking at the approach that we had for the services that we provide, which was more of a break fix approach, wherein we just kind of respond to problems as opposed to a proactive managed service approach. So really kind of moving those and evolving that service from more of a reactive service to a proactive service not only allowed us to grow the company and start the company, but also really provide good service and good products and service for our clients.
Right. It sounds like you were filling a need that Northern Nevada had for, like you said, proactive IT service at the time. You've seen what was going on, kind of working for these other companies. So that's really wonderful that you guys went ahead and just started your own thing. Um, what was the process like to get Sierra Miles up and running? Like, was there any trial and error? Did you have any mentorship along the way?
The business started at a coffee table in our house. And, when it started, we had, not very many resources, not very many connections. And, fortunately, we were able to build those over the years and really have good vendor relationships and good relationships with organizations in town to help us grow our business.
Wonderful. Any comments there, Tim?
Yeah, just grassroots. I mean, a lot of businesses, small businesses, start at the coffee table, um, dining room table, a garage, or what have you.
Couch.
The couch, exactly. Yeah. For the first few years that Sierra Miles was in business, yeah, our house was our office.
Right.
Julie would come pretty much every day, and we'd sit on the couch and work together. Yep.
Right, and that's a great segue into my next question, which is, Julie, what's your background experience and how did you come to be a part of the Sierra Miles team? Like, were you searching for a job? Did they seek you out? How did that happen?
I actually started out working for a break fix shop, just running the office. I actually had no computer experience. And there was a need because it was just a one man shop. He was getting really busy. So he ended up just training me to fix computers. So I was there for 8 years, I believe, 9 years. And then he ended up kind of closing the business down. So I was in need of a job, and I had a friend that knew Tim and Brandon, and she opened up that contact, and we met, and here we are.
The rest was history.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Brandon and Tim, what made you bring Julie on? Were you guys needing more help? And then how did bringing her on change the dynamic for you two?
I'll speak to this. I think that once we sort of grew the business in the beginning to really get a lot of clients and started to move more into the managed service approach, the proactive approach, we started identifying that we needed some help on a day-to-day basis with supporting our clients. And um, because we were transitioning from sort of a break fix approach to more of a managed services approach, Julie was a great asset to kind of help us move through that so that we could still address, break fix situations with clients, but also have that conversation about proactivity and the ongoing managed services. So as the business grew and as we started onboarding clients in a managed service capacity, that's where the growth of the business really took off.
Right.
Right. So it sounds like you needed those extra hands just so you could deliver on your proactive promise, which, is essentially why you guys wanted to start this to kind of bring something new to Northern Nevada. So that's great. Okay, so let's talk about growing pains. Was there any, um, what was like the scope of work like? How many clients did you have? And was it easy to communicate and delegate with Julie when it first started?
I think so. I mean, when we were a smaller team, we can kind of just hash things out and troubleshoot problems. And I think as we grow, um, you know, it's essential for us to meet with our team and make sure that everybody's on the same page. I think we do a lot of work in making sure that as our team grows, that we still have a approach that's very proactive and approach that's comprehensive, and in that we're not assigning different people to different tasks and having to ask questions over and over. So I think that as we've kind of grown and as we add more employees to the organization, it's imperative for us to make sure that we just remember our roots and remember our clients and how we've gotten them, and having that personal approach. We've definitely gotten a lot of great feedback from our clients on how we communicate and that we're available to communicate with.
And I think it's constantly evolving and growing and changing, and we have to roll with the punches on some things.
Mhm.
So it's just constant evolving.
Yeah, and staying on top of new technologies, new services, cybersecurity threats, definitely all of those things are something that we have to stay on top of. And that can't just be done by two people or three people. And in this case, now we've got nine of us. So
Right. Was there anything that was easier when it was just the three of you?
I think I think that's a little bit of a
No,
loaded question,
I
but
don't.
I would say it is a little bit easier to kind of understand, the problems, concerns, or issues that are going on with clients when there's just three of us to work with. Instead of working from a high level capacity, there might be some more intimate understanding of client details, but I don't think that has. Fell to the wayside. I think that with Julie being around and the rest of our team supporting our clients, we have um, it might have been easier for Tim and I just to manage it ourselves, but now we've got great processes and great people in place to be able to make sure that the clients are taken care of in the same way that they would be if it was just Tim or I.
Right.
Right.
And like probably more structure because, there's so many different people that are working on these client projects. Um, Kind of on that same note, how many clients did you have then versus now? And do you see that it's easier because you have more now? Maybe because you have more time to kind of get your process and your structure together versus having less back then. Can you speak about that a bit?
I think the biggest uh, talking point on this topic from then versus now is the difference between a break fix approach or hey, it's broken, let's fix it, versus a managed services approach. When a client is onboarded with managed services, it allows us time to make sure and schedule proactive activities to prevent downtime as opposed to having to respond to that fire when it is broken. So I think that the key component of this conversation is that having a managed service with clients allows our team to be proactive and to, have an additional approach on cybersecurity and, changes that the client might need. So I think that that's a really important component here as to kind of how we work with clients and what clients that we work with. I'd also say too that a lot of our clients in the beginning were a lot smaller. We definitely work with more medium-sized businesses um, where proactive approach and compliance is necessary in their organization.
Plus, now I think we have a more specialized team. So we have somebody that's really heavy on security, cybersecurity,
Mhm.
checking breaches, things like that. And we have people that are really good with the printers, and everybody kind of has their specialties as well as general knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, we were really fortunate that we have Tia Payne, our compliance officer, to work with our HIPAA compliance clients that need the HIPAA compliance. And kind of just to speak to what Julie was mentioning, it's hard for any one organization to hire a single IT person to have all of the knowledge. So working with a managed service provider gives you a
A
group
team.
and a
Yeah.
group of people and group of knowledge.
Right. Some of us have our strong points and weak points, and we emphasize on the strong points and let our team run with those.
Yeah, it's gone from 3 people to 9 people of just so much knowledge and technology knowledge. So that's really, really good for our clients. Okay, last question I have here. How has the company grown from then? So do you want to update us on how many employees we have now, our current location, and kind of a little bit more on what our scope of work is, what primarily we work on here now?
So over the years, we've mentioned it a couple of times that we've transitioned from break fix to managed services,
Mhm.
and I think a lot of people don't quite understand what managed services in the IT industry means for your business. And what that means is that when you work with Sierra Miles, you have a fully staffed IT team for your organization, and your organization might be a team of 10, it might be a team of 100. So I think a key takeaway here is that the business that Sierra Miles does with its clients is not only an IT service, but it's also a partnership. It's also a business, strategic business approach. We have quite a bit of experience in electronic medical records, retail, um, restaurant, and working with Sierra Miles is not just an IT approach. It's also making sure that your business compliance needs are addressed as well. So here at Sierra Miles, we're really spending a lot of time with proactive approach on preventing cybersecurity concerns, enhancing compliance needs, whether it's PCI compliance, HIPAA compliance, and really just making sure that we protect our clients from the vulnerabilities that are there too. We also work a lot with making sure that there's backups in place, ensuring that licenses are properly assigned and utilized within the organization, not over licensed or under licensed. You don't want to pay for licenses that aren't used. So
Security training,
lots of security training. Yes.
phishing.
Yes. Phishing.
So,
Uh,
yeah, good.
and yeah, I was just going to mention the phishing and security training is something that is a part of our ongoing managed services package. So a lot of organizations require HIPAA compliance training or just general IT knowledge training to address uh, insurance or cybersecurity policies. So it's important to work with a provider that knows that these things are important for your business and that you understand that the provider that you're working with has those on their radar.
Yeah. And I like to add too, just to help answer your question a little better. We did start out on the couch, and we did that for about 2, 3 years. Then we moved into an office space on Terminal, just a 2-room office, the three of us. At that time, we had added a bookkeeper as well. And within a few years, just before the pandemic, actually, we upgraded and had to get a new, bigger office space to accommodate our growing team. And so we did that, and then had to add in a secondary office as well. A few years after that, after the pandemic had slowed down, our business was still picking up. And then just last year, we've moved into our space that we're currently in South McCarran here. And to accommodate all of us, we all have our own offices or office space. Whereas our old office, we had to double up in offices and such, and got a little crowded. But in our current space, we have room to grow, and that's what we plan to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It seems that we've come a long way. Yeah, we're here at 6490 South McCarran Boulevard, which is really a great location for us because lots of surrounding clients and all that good stuff. The tech team is up to 5 people, which is amazing. All really, really great experience there. Um, and like Brandon mentioned, we have Tia Payne, our compliance officer. We have Julie, of course. We have myself, the marketing and sales coordinator. So, yeah, we are a team of 9 and we are so happy to be here. So, thank you so much, you 3, for starting everything out. Um,
Welcome.
and with that, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to Tech Talk with Sierra Miles. If you'd like to listen to more episodes, you can find us on your favorite podcast platform. Stay connected with us on social media for more tech updates. And if you're interested in partnering with us and getting more information about Sierra Miles as your managed IT provider, please contact us at info@sierramiles.com or give us a call at 775-420-4224. Congratulations again for 10 years of Sierra Miles, and we will see you in the next one, everyone.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Bianca.
Bianca.
Thank you.